All right, guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for watching all my videos. The support on here has been absolutely nuts. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Click the like button and comment down below because I know you guys are gonna love this video. If you have social media and you have eyes, you probably realize that the Liver King has been exposed. And Derek from More Plates, More Dates did an amazing job putting together his video about him, disclosing all this confidential information. I don't know how the information got leaked. I don't know when it got leaked, but Derek definitely showed us everything we need to know. So in the very beginning, it was clear to me that he was doing it for some sort of gain. I didn't know if it was for the monetary gain or the publicity or just the grow on social media. I didn't know what the gain was for him. However, looking into Derek's video more, the way he talked about his goals, I don't think it was really a financial gain he was looking for. I think it was more of the satisfaction in himself. I think he is a businessman at heart, obviously. That's why he's so successful, and he's willing to do literally anything to succeed and make sure his goals are met within a certain time period. I really wanted to make this video because I just felt like I needed to highlight some of the things that I think he really stood for, that were factual, and that I think actually might help, you know, young men and just anybody who's struggling in life, because his quote unquote meaning behind this was the world's not going in the right direction and men need to regain masculinity and stuff like that. So there are some things that he said that I resonate with, some things that he said that I think young men and women should take and run with for sure. And there's obviously some things that I think are just complete bullshit. First off, let's address the elephant in the room. Yeah, the guy takes steroids. It's obvious. You look at him, you're like, he's a sauce fiend. So he obviously takes steroids. We don't even really have to like consider that an option anymore. I don't know why any of you guys were even considering if he did or didn't, because it's so obvious. Whether he got ab implants or other implants, it doesn't matter, right? The fact that he got caught taking steroids when he said he didn't was enough to prove to us that it doesn't really matter what he said he did. So until recently, the Liver King has convinced some of us, not all of us, that he is living by these 9 ancestral tenets. And I'll read them off right now. It's sleep, eat, move, shield, connect, cold, sun, fight, and bond. So obviously you can interpret your own meaning for each one of these. He's gone into what each one of these means on his social media several times, and he kind of uses them as kind of like an automatic response to any allegations he might get during interviews and stuff like that, is what I've realized. I've watched a lot of the Liver King stuff. He's extremely good at speaking in public, extremely good at speaking at large events, and he's just very comfortable being in awkward situations for most people. So, I mean, obviously the guy walks around shirtless everywhere. He walks around claiming that, you know, he can achieve the body he has and the life he has naturally, with no exogenous hormones, which obviously isn't the case, as we figured out yesterday. But, you know, the guy walks around curling dumbbells. Like, you can't do that and not be confident in yourself. And I think that is something to speak on in itself before we jump into these 9 ancestral tenets that he lives by. To be confident in yourself is something that's pretty rare nowadays. You know, I still struggle with it here and there, being confident in myself. As a bodybuilder, I don't feel like you're ever 100% confident in yourself on a physical level. On a mental level, I feel like I have complete control of everything in my life. I am very mentally aware, very mentally strong and tough. And I have become more and more resilient over the last few years. Just everything that I've been through, everything I've forced myself to grow through, and all the uncomfortable positions I have put myself in. So I understand how he is able to just kind of shift his life to being this iconic figure, right? And doing these uncomfortable things and passing that barrier mentally about how people feel about you. So I respect that. And that is one thing that I think most young men should really work on, is challenging themselves, putting themselves in uncomfortable situations, and becoming resilient to other people's thoughts. And I think that's a pretty amazing tool to have. Let's go ahead and jump into these 9 ancestral tenets. The first one is sleep. So I don't know if these are all like factual things that the Liver King said or he actually does. I'm just going off of my memory of things that I've seen through TikTok, Instagram, YouTube about the Liver King and what he said he does. Like I said, off the top of my head. So the first ancestral tenet, sleep. I think I heard something that he sleeps on like the ground, like the bare ass ground with like wood slats. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't, obviously he probably doesn't if he's lying about his drug use too, but
it's just some plywood.
He said he gets a lot of sleep. If I'm wrong, comment down below. If I'm right, also comment down below. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this because it's kind of going to be a huge story. Like this is going to break the internet for a hot minute because he's made such a huge movement and people have been so tricked by everything he says, and he's so good at dodging questions and allegations when he speaks that he like turns it around and pushes it back on that person. And it's a very narcissistic thing to kind of do. So definitely curious to see your guys' thoughts down in the comment section. But let's move into the second thing here. It's eat. So as most of you guys know, what he's probably most known for is eating raw meats like liver. So he eats all these raw organs and claims that is how he is able to achieve the life and physique he has and the family he has, and that his whole life is just based around liver and other internal organs from animals. So definitely interesting. I think he lives on a carnivore diet, even though we saw that Derek broke down his nutrition plan, and some of the things on his nutrition plan definitely don't fit into that category. The third thing is move. Guys, some of these make more sense than other ones. I don't really know exactly what he means with half of these things, but I'm just gonna guess and give my interpretation on what he means by this. When he says move, I'm assuming he means workout, exercise, be healthy, cardiovascular health. However, in past interviews, he's been asked if this carnivore diet increases his cholesterol at all, and he says, who cares about cholesterol? Bro, how can you not care about your cholesterol? He then goes on to say something along the lines of, everybody's so worried about your cholesterol when you should be worried about your libido.
Right? It's how the fuck do you feel? Right? If you got a fucking kicking ass libido and you're kicking ass in fucking life, you give a fuck what your cholesterol is?
And I'm like, man's over here comparing a libido to a cholesterol. What the fuck? So again, he's just finding ways to dodge allegations and switch the narrative that way it fits his agenda. So the fourth thing, shield. I really don't know what this means. Like, shield yourself, shield your family. I know he lives on like a 500-acre ranch and he doesn't ever leave his ranch, even though there's Instagram videos and TikTok videos of him traveling to like MMA fights and football games and all this shit. So I don't really know what the truth is there, but that's my only guess for shield. Like, shield yourself from the outer world or something. I don't know. Shield your family, protect them. 5, connect. I'm sure this means connect with others, network, stuff like that, exactly as a businessman would do. So he's probably very good at this. Actually, you can tell he's very good at this, the way he talks when he sent the emails to both his coach and to Derek from More Plates, More Dates. Like I said, you guys got to go watch the video for this video to make sense. But the way he talks to people is very business minded. The man's very smart and he knows what he's doing, and he obviously sought out his plan very well. So that's the fifth one. The sixth one is cold. I'm assuming this kind of ties into the sleep one a little bit, where he said he sleeps on wood planks on the ground with no blanket, I believe, which is absolutely insane. So you know, as we evolve, I don't see the reason why we should stay in our old habits. Like, we have blankets, we have beds under roofs. I feel like you should take advantage of that. I feel like taking advantage of these new technologies and innovations will actually allow you to surpass where we were in the past. That's the point of innovation, is to make things more efficient and to, I don't know, that's just what goes through my head. So I feel like going back to these like ancestral tenets is actually backtracking. I do feel like some of these ancestral tenets could benefit you mentally, because it will make you more resilient. Like I said earlier, it will make you more like rock hard, like, you know, like a man, like an alpha, like stuff like that. Like, I get what he's trying to do. And I do think the world needs more of that. I do think, you know, there's guys who don't want to go to work, guys who don't want to carve their own path. I think he does cold plunges. I think he jumps into like a lake, or he jumps into like an ice bath. I don't remember which one it is, but I know he does that, I'm pretty sure. So I think that might have something to do with it. The seventh one is sun. He always talks about how he sunbathes his ball sack. Yes, I said that right. He puts his ball sack in the sun and lets it heat up, and supposedly increases his libido and testosterone. So take it how you want it. I'm not going to be sunbathing my ball sack, that's for sure. So the 8th thing here is fight. So I'm assuming he means fight physically and fight emotionally and mentally, right? For the ones you love, and also fight if somebody is threatening something that you have earned. 9th thing is bond, and I'm assuming that means family, right? Family and friends. Really include your family and friends on everything you do. That's what I'm getting out of this. But anyways, these are his 9 fundamental primal habits that he calls ancestral tenets. The extent in which these social media influencers are going to try to push their narrative, push their brand, make money, get more publicity is just absolutely insane. They're willing to completely deceive us, tell us complete lies to our face in hopes that it will push their agenda. And it's just kind of very sad. You don't really know who you can trust anymore, especially on the internet. The one thing I can tell you guys is really just find your vision, find your goal, find your path, and follow that, right? And be happy with it. As long as it's constructive, it's positive, and it's building you and building everybody around you. I would not change your way of life based on what somebody else says. And definitely, if you're looking to increase your quality of life, or you're looking to lose weight or gain muscle, or, you know, all these things that he preaches, I really feel like you should reach out to an actual professional who has like a scientific backing of all this stuff, right? And don't really rely on social media as that end all be all. I need to do this to get jacked, or I need to do this to get a better life, or I need to do this to make more money. Instead, you should really research yourself. You should ask professionals. And that's really all I have to say about this. Like I said, be careful who you trust. Be careful what you see on the internet and what you believe, because odds are a lot of it is fake, and it's somebody behind the camera wanting to push an agenda. So that's all I have to say for this one, guys. Like I said, I don't normally make these videos, so kind of stepping out of my comfort zone to make these for you. I want to put out content that you guys want to see. So that being said, comment down below what you guys want to see next. Comment down below if you guys like this video. Give it a like. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.